Before the rise of scooters, before fuel-injected sports bikes became common, and before motorcycle blogging filled social media, there was a machine that quietly carried the nation on its back. For over 6 decades, Kawasaki Pantra motorcycles have done more than transport people. They have powered livelihoods, connected communities, and become an enduring symbol of Filipino resilience. You have seen it in the narrow streets, climbing mountain roads, crossing rice fields, and navigating busy public markets. Unlike high-performance motorcycles, celebrated for speed and technology, Kawasaki's Pantra motorcycle earned their reputation through something far more meaningful: reliability. They became trusted companions of tricycle drivers, farmers, fishermen, delivery workers, and entrepreneurs whose livelihoods depending on a machine that could withstand the demands of everyday life. This is the story of how Kawasaki's humble and top workhorse became a national icon. Then on this video, we visit again one of the dealership store to see and experience actually and personally one of the latest Kawasaki Pantra motorcycle, which is the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3, which will share again some interesting facts and information about this kind of Pantra motorcycle. Then showing again some of my handheld shots featuring this kind of motorcycle. So eto na nga ang Kawasaki Pantra Motorcycle Series at ang bagong Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3. Let's go! During the 1970s and 1980s, the Philippines was experiencing rapid growth in both urban and rural communities. Transportation remained a major challenge, particularly in provinces where buses and jeepneys could not easily reach every barangay. Filipinos needed a vehicle that was affordable, fuel efficient, durable, and capable of handling rough roads. Motorcycle provided the answer. Among the manufacturers entering the Philippine market is Kawasaki. Kawasaki quickly earned a reputation for producing machines that could survive the country's demanding conditions. What started as a practical transportation solution, which soon became an essential part of everyday Filipino life. In the Philippines, a motorcycle is often more than personal transportation. It is a family's source of income. A single Pantra motorcycle can become a tricycle for public transport, a delivery vehicle, a farm utility machine, a mobile store, and a service vehicle for small businesses. For countless Filipinos, owning a Kawasaki Pantra meant the opportunity to earn a living. Every morning before sunrise, thousands of riders start their engines and begin a day's work. Some transport workers to factories, others carry vegetables to local markets, some deliver construction materials to remote barangays. The motorcycle becomes a partner. In 1974, Kawasaki Heavy Industries Limited acquired a stake in Delsa Industrial Corporation, prompting a reorientation toward deeper integration with Kawasaki's global operations and leading to the renaming of the entity as Kawasaki Motors Philippines Corporation. This acquisition transformed the company from an independent local assembler into the official Philippine arm for Kawasaki products, facilitating the distribution and localization of Kawasaki motorcycles and related vehicles. The post-acquisition period saw initial growth through the establishment of assembly facilities for Kawasaki models, aligning the Philippine operation with KHI's international manufacturing standards and enabling the introduction of authentic Kawasaki technology to the local market in the mid-1970s. This integration bolstered the company roles within the Kawasaki network, setting the foundation for expanded production and market penetration in Southeast Asia. Following the initial acquisition of a stake by Kawasaki Heavy Industries in 1974, Kawasaki Motors Philippines experienced steady growth through the late 1970s and 1980s, transitioning from assembly of two-stroke motorcycles to broader production capabilities that supported the expanded local market. This foundation enabled the company to scale operations, with annual output increasing as demand for reliable commuter and utility vehicle rose amid the Philippines' economic development. These include the Kawasaki HD series from Kawasaki HD1, a classic, discontinued two-stroke commuter motorcycle produced by Kawasaki Motors Philippines from the 1970s through the 1980s. Highly regarded for its ruggedness and simplicity, it served as a popular choice for daily transportation and utility sidecar or tricycle use in the Philippines before modern four-stroke regulations. Kawasaki reached a major milestone in 1996 when KHI assumed majority ownership of Kawasaki Motor Philippines. This operational integration significantly expanded manufacturer capabilities at the Muntinlupa facility, pushing monthly output to 18,000 units by the early 2000s. Backed by the advanced technology transfer and rigorous quality controls, the plant achieved greater self-sufficiency and established the infrastructure needed to diversify its product offerings beyond core models. This includes Kawasaki HD1X, HDX, HD2, and the Kawasaki HD3. By the early 2000s, environmental regulation and changing market demands were beginning to challenge traditional two-stroke motorcycle. The HD3 has served the country faithfully for decades, but a new generation of motorcycle was needed. Kawasaki faced an important question: how do you replace a legend? The answer arrived in 2004. In 2004, Kawasaki introduced a motorcycle that would become one of the most successful utility motorcycles in Philippine history, the Kawasaki Barako 175. The name Barako was chosen carefully. In Filipino culture, a Barako represents strength, toughness, courage, and reliability, qualities Kawasaki wanted the motorcycle to embody. Unlike its two-stroke predecessor, the Barako features a powerful four-stroke engine designed specifically for Philippine conditions. It offered great fuel efficiency, improved durability, strong low-end torque, reduced emissions, better reliability for commercial use. The motorcycle quickly gained acceptance among tricycle operators and business owners. Many riders discovered that the Barako could carry heavier loads while consuming less fuel than older machines. Its reputation spread rapidly. What made the Barako special was not just its engine, it was the philosophy behind its design. Kawasaki engineers understood how motorcycles were actually being used in the Philippines. A motorcycle designed for Filipino riders needed to handle heavy sidecars, rough provincial roads, long daily operating hours, mountainous terrain, frequent stop-and-go traffic, and heavy cargo loads. The Barako was engineered for these realities. As a result, riders soon began telling stories about its extraordinary durability. Stories emerged of Barakos carrying sacks of rice, livestock, construction materials, and produce. Many of these stories became part of the local folklore. Whether every story was entirely truly hardly mattered. This motorcycle had earned a reputation for toughness that few competitors could match. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, the Barako became more than a motorcycle. It became a cultural symbol. In cities, it transported commuters. In provinces, it carried farmers to their fields. In coastal towns, it helped fishermen transport their catch. For many Filipinos, purchasing a Barako represented opportunity to improve their family's economic future. A motorcycle could become a tricycle business, a delivery service, a farming vehicle, a transport enterprise, a mobile livelihood. The machine became a pathway to entrepreneurship. Kawasaki refining its Pantra lineup while remaining true to the principle that made it successful. On June 24, 2014, during a dedicated press and dealer launch titled Gabi ng Barako, developed by Kawasaki Motors Philippines, the Kawasaki Barako 175 second generation was officially launched in Philippine market. Built as an upgrade to the legendary workhorse that has fueled Filipino livelihoods for years. The Barako 2 steps up the game with 15% more pulling power and 13% better fuel efficiency. Matching its upgraded muzzle is a press look, featuring new colors and graphics explicitly designed to celebrate the resilient spirit of the Filipino. Ask Filipinos about the Barako and you will hear stories that sound almost unbelievable. A farmer hauling dozens of sacks of rice, a tricycle driver transporting an entire family's belonging during a house move, a market vendor carrying hundreds of kilograms of produce, a riding crossing multiple passengers with only basic tools and determination. These stories are not rare, they are part of everyday life. The Kawasaki Pantra earned respect because it's consistently showed up for work, day after day, year after year. Then in 2022, a new generation of Kawasaki Barako 175 is officially launched with the theme of Bagong Mundo, Bagong Barako. With the addition of fuel injection technology, the bike delivers 11% greater fuel efficiency and a smoother idle than previous carbureted models. Available in both kickstart and electric start versions, it continues to offer practical choices for hardworking riders and business owners. The Kawasaki Barako III is more than an updated motorcycle. It is the latest chapter in a story that has shaped Philippine transportation for generations. With fuel injection technology, improved efficiency, modern features, and the rugged durability that riders have trusted for years, it continues the mission that made the Barako a household name. In a world where motorcycles are often judged by speed or appearance, the Barako III reminds us that true greatness is measured differently. It is measured by reliability, it is measured by hard work, and most importantly, it is measured by the lives it helped move forward every single day. As a motorcycle culture expanded in the Philippines, a surprising trend emerged. Young enthusiasts began restoring and customizing old Kawasaki Pantras. What previous generation viewed primarily as workhorses became highly respected platforms for customization. Classic HD models and Barakos were transferred into Cape Racers, Scramblers, Trackers, touring motorcycles, and vintage-sparred customs. This project introduced Kawasaki Pantras to a new audience and helped preserve an important part of Philippine motorcycle heritage. Today, Kawasaki Pantra motorcycles continue to play a vital role in Filipino communities. Have done more than transport people. They remain a common sight in urban centers, livelihoods, provincial towns, and remote villages. They continue to transport passengers and support businesses and provide opportunities for entrepreneurs. Few motorcycles can claim such a lasting impact on a nation's development. The Kawasaki Pantra is not remembered because it was the fastest motorcycle. It is remembered because it was there when people needed it. It helped students get to school, it helped farmers reach markets, it helped workers earn a living, it helped families build better futures. The history of Kawasaki Pantra motorcycle in the Philippines is ultimately a story about people. It is a story of hardworking Filipinos who transfer a simple machine into a tool for progress. It is the story of communities connected by reliable transportation. It is the story of resilience, determination, and opportunity. From the legendary HD series to the modern Barako series, Kawasaki Pantra motorcycles have become more than mechanical machines. They have become part of the Filipino journey. And as long as there are roads to travel, businesses to build, and dreams to pursue, the legacy of Kawasaki Pantra will continue to ride alongside the people it has served for generations. Kawasaki Barako 175. Let's go! Hi everyone and everybody. So, nagpapalik na naman tayo dito sa ating vlog content natin for this week. This naman tayo sa isang dealership store para makita action and originally ang isa sa pinaka signal from Kawasaki Motors Philippines, which is isa po klaseng Pantra motorcycle. Kawasaki Barako 175. Ito na nga ang bagong Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 with latest looks and latest features. Ang motorsiklong ito ay isang klaseng backbone motorcycle aka Pantra motorcycle which commonly built from tricycles which use as public transportation, business, and cargos. Meron itong overall dimensions at nakapaloob nga sa dimension ng motorsiklong ito ang haba nitong 2010mm, lapad na 805mm, taas na 1070mm. Ang seat height naman nito ay nasa 775mm, ground clearance niya naman ay nasa 140mm at may timbang na 130 kilograms. So kuya bin ko nga ang banda index ko sa motorsiklong ito kung saan meron nga tayong height na 5'5" at may timbang na 60 kilograms. Then to our first wide impression to this kind of Pantra motorcycle while in its static position ay yaking-yakan naman natin makapagmotorsiklo ng ganitong klaseng motorsiklo, lalo na kung merong nakalagay na sidecar for tricycle use na perfect for public transportation, then personal transportation, business, and cargos. Pagdating naman sa makina ni Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 ay nandyan pa rin ang napakatibay, malakas at maaasahan na makina nito which is really perfect for any type of road conditions and riding situations. Kung saan nga nakapaloob nga sa makina ng motorsiklong ito ang single cylinder nito, 4 strokes, 2 valves, naka-single overhead cam, may 177cc na engine displacement. Ang bore side stroke niya naman ay nasa 65.5mm by 52.4mm. Compression ratio niya naman ay nasa 9.3:1. Ang maximum power output niya naman ay nasa 13.5 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. Maximum torque 13.7 Nm at 6,000 RPM. Naka-air-cooled type of engine cooling system which is normally seen on every kind of Pantra motorcycle because of its convenient and easily to maintain. The Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 features a 4-speed constant mesh manual transmission. It uses an Aldan rotary style shifting pattern typically for this kind of motorcycle, which make it straightforward to operate during heavy stop and go hauling. It is equipped with a cable actuated heavy-duty wet multi-plate clutch engineered specifically to withstand the high friction demands of pulling heavily loaded tricycle sidecars from a complete stop. It utilizes a heavy-duty chain drive paired with an enlarged rear sprocket on the Barako 3 variant to optimize low and gear acceleration and maximize its 13.7 Nm of torque. The fuel system of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 represent the biggest technological leap in the history of the model line. It features fuel injection system with its increase of 11% better fuel economy. The precise computer-controlled fuel delivery optimizes the air-fuel mixture across all engine loads. This translates to an 11% improvement in fuel efficiency compared to the older carbureted generations, saving commercial riders considerable money on daily operations. Unlike older engines that sputter or require manual shock adjustment on cold mornings, the FI system automatically regulates fuel flow. This guarantees a smooth, rock-solid idler right from startup and eliminates lag when accelerating under heavy loads. For added safety, the fuel injection system is tied to a tilt-down sensor. If the motorcycle tips over or crashes, The system instantly cuts off fuel delivery and shuts down the engine to prevent potential fires. The fuel tank of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 serves as a major practical and visual upgrade for this third generation model. Since it houses the fuel pump required for the new fuel injection system, Kawasaki completely redesigned it with several key improvements. The tank retains a generous 12-liter capacity, including reserve volume. Paired with the bike's new FI technology, which grants an 11% boost in fuel efficiency, this large capacity significantly extends the riding range, allowing commercial operators to spend more time earning on the road and less time refueling at gas stations. Unlike the more rounded, retro look of the older Barako 1 and 2 models, the Barako 3 tank features a more modern, edgier, and boxier geometric design. It also sports updated decals and graphics that celebrate the resilient spirit of the Filipino worker. The Kawasaki Barako III 175 delivers an average fuel consumption of 50 to 55 km per liter under normal, solo commuting conditions. With the fully loaded tricycle sidecar, its fuel consumption is up to 35 to 42 km per liter. With its redesigned 12-liter fuel tank, a single fill-up can theoretically give a solo rider a massive cruising range of up to 600 kilometers, make it incredibly economical for long-haul daily business operations. The suspension system of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 is specifically engineered to handle the relentless, heavy-duty abuse Philippine roads, commercial transport, and tricycle sectors. Kawasaki understands that a Pantra bike doesn't just carry a rider, it carries livelihoods. The front suspension uses a traditional hydraulic telescopic fork. The front forks are built with thick, durable tubes designed to absorb severe road vibration, deep potholes, and uneven provincial terrain. It provides stable steering control even when the motorcycle is bolted to a heavy steel sidecar that pulls the bike off-center. This is where Kawasaki leaves its competitors behind. The rear suspension is specifically optimized for heavy hauling. Out of the box, it comes up with two heavy-duty, all-dam coil-over rear shocks mounted to a reinforced swing arm. The frame and swing arm features pre-installed, reinforced mounting points designed to easily accept an extra set of shock absorbers. Tricycle drivers and heavy cargo haulers in the Philippines routinely add a secondary set of shocks on the sidecar side to distribute stream weight. Kawasaki engineered the chassis from the factory to handle this quad shock conversion without bending, cracking, or warping the frame. The braking system of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 relies on the traditional mechanical drum brake setup on both the front and rear wheels. While modern sports bikes and scooters favor disc brakes, Kawasaki purposely sticks with drum brakes for the Barako series to satisfy the unique demands of the Philippine Pantra business market and Philippine roads. Drum brakes are highly enclosed, make them extremely resilient against mud, dust, and flooding, common elements on rural and urban Philippine roads. They require far less frequent cleaning and pad replacement than disc brakes, keeping maintenance cheap for operators. If a brake shoe wears out, replacement parts are incredibly inexpensive and can be fixed by practically any roadside mechanic in the provinces without requiring complex hydraulic bleeding. In the Philippines, utility motorcycles are routinely modified into tricycles. Because mechanical drum brakes utilize a simple steel cable and rod linkage, it is much easier for custom sidecar builders to tap into the rear brake pedal mechanism and connect a secondary brake line to the sidecar wheel. The wheel and char configuration of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 is explicitly built to support heavy hauling and extreme daily road abuse. Kawasaki sticks to a highly durable, traditional setup that favors structural strength. The wheel is made of stainless steel with traditional spoke wheels with size of 17-inch for both front and rear wheel. Unlike alloy rims or mug wheels, which can crack or shatter when hitting deep potholes under a heavy load, war spoke wheels are flexible. They bend and absorb the harsh impacts of rough, unpaved provincial roads, making them the superior choice for a utility Pantra bike. The tires of Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 is a kind of tube type of tires with a 4-ply rating or higher for increased puncture resistance. The front tire size has tire design pattern for its heavy duty and daily use with its tire size of 17, 90/90, then rear tire has rug and top tire design, which is commonly seen on every Pantra motorcycle to endure in any reggie or road condition, with tire size of 17, 100/90. Then its wheelbase is 1,250 mm. The Kawasaki Barako version 3 175 features a dual straight, long format bench seat, often called a continuous or one-piece flat seat. The saddle is purposely elongated and flat from front to back. This design comfortably accommodates both the rider and the pillion passenger, with decent ergonomics or allow the rider to mount large cargo delivery racks directly into the rear portion of the saddle. It is set an accessible 775 mm. This low profile ensures that the riders of various heights can easily plant both feet firmly on the ground, which is crucial for maintaining balance when maneuvering a heavily loaded tricycle or stepping on uneven terrain. The paddling is thick and firm to handle long hours of daily commercial driving without wearing down or bottoming out against the metal frame base. The side of the saddle features stylized 175 graphic print, highlighting its engine displacement class. The handlebar layout of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 focuses squarely on utilitarian functionality, ergonomics for long shifts, and simplified controls. The Barako 3 utilizes a traditional, high-rise upright steel bar handlebar, 7/8-inch tube diameter. It is swept back slightly toward the driver, creating a natural, completely upright riding posture. This design minimizes wrist, shoulder, and lower back fatigue, a crucial factor for tricycle drivers and delivery riders who spend 8 to 12 hours a day on the road. The width and height of the bar provide excellent physical leverage, making it significantly easier to steer and control the motorcycle when it's fighting the off-center pulling weight of a loaded tricycle sidecar. Because the Barako 3 introduced modernized electronics, its handlebar switch pads include practical additions. On the left handlebar is the location of its clutch lever, high-low beam switch, turn signal switch, hazard light switch, and horn button. Since the third generation model uses fuel injection, the old manual choke lever, previously found on the left assembly of the Barako 1 and 2 has been completely eliminated. While on the right handlebar is the location of its handbrake lever, main throttle control, and electric start button. Then one way also to start the engine of this motorcycle is the kickstarter, located behind the foot brake. The display panel or instrument cluster of the Kawasaki Barako I version 3 has been re-engineered for a cleaner, more modern look while preserving the rugged, pure analog simplicity that every top riders and hard-working tricycle driver trust. The cluster features a symmetrical, highly legible analog design. The left center pad houses the large analog speedometer and mechanical odometer, while the right side handles essential status meters. Kawasaki upgraded the internal illumination with a much brighter backlight. This ensures effortless scannability at a glance. Whether you are driving under direct midday sunlight or navigating unlit provincial roads at night. Because the third generation Barako transitioned from a carburetor to electronic fuel injection, a dedicated malfunction indicator lamp FI check light has been added to the panel. It lights up during startup diagnostics and alerts the driver immediately if any system sensors detect an issue. The panel includes clear, color-coded warning lights for neutral gear indicator, top gear to fourth gear indicator, high beam indicator, and turn signal hazard indicators. It features a prominent analog fuel needle, allowing tricycle operators and riders to closely monitor their 12-liter tank lever during long business trips. The lighting system of the Kawasaki Barako I version 3 focuses heavily on safety, visibility, and compliance with modern road laws while retaining the easily repairable, heavy-duty setup that commercial riders depend on. The main headlight is a rectangular halogen bulb setup. Kawasaki equipped the third generation Barako with a redesigned reflector lens housing that produces a significantly brighter, wider beam than older generations. This allows riders to navigate unlit provincial roads safely at night. The turn signals are classic, flexible, round amber signal lights mounted at the front and rear corners to resist snapping up if bumped during tight tricycle maneuvers. This is a major update for the Barako III. Kawasaki added a dedicated hazard light toggled directly into the handlebar controls. This allows driver to flash all four signal lights simultaneously, a vital feature for safety during sudden roadside passenger drop-offs, unexpected cargo adjustment, or heavy downpours. The tail and brake light is a bulb-type tail lamp, a large, conventional rear lens cluster that provides high illumination visibility for motorists behind the bike. The exhaust system of the Kawasaki Barako I version 3 has been updated to accommodate its transition from a carburetor to an electronic fuel injection engine. It is engineered to keep emissions low, satisfy strict noise regulations, and withstand the structural rigors of utility hauling. The most critical mechanical addition to the Barako III exhaust pipe is an integrated oxygen sensor threaded directly into the header pipe near the engine exhaust port. This sensor continuously monitors the oxygen levels of the spent exhaust gases and sends real-time data back to the engine's ECU. The ECU then adjusts the fuel injection ratio to ensure optimal, highly efficient combustion. To comply with modern regulations such as Euro 3, Euro 4 equivalent standards in the Philippines, the interior of the muffler expansion chamber houses an updated catalytic converter. This system filters harmful carbon monoxide and hydrocarbons before they exit the tailpipe, making the third generation model significantly cleaner and more eco-friendly than the older Barako 1 and 2 variants. The exhaust system features a heavy-duty, low-slung, single-pipe design coated in a high-temperature matte black finish. This low placement keeps the head safely away from both the rider's leg and potential sidecar passengers. To prevent accidental burns when loading cargo or when passengers step off a tricycle, the muffler canister is equipped with a highly durable, elongated chrome protective heat guard. The factory stock muffler is designed to be whisper quiet. This low noise profile is legally required for public utility vehicles operating in residential barangays and city centers across the Philippines. The framing and structural engineering of the Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 are what truly define its legendary status as the king of the road in the Philippine Pantra business segment. Kawasaki did not just build a motorcycle frame, they engineered a heavy-duty utility chassis specifically optimized from the ground up for tricycle operations and immense cargo loads. The Barako 3 utilizes a reinforced diamond type of frame constructed from high-tensile steel tubing. Unlike standard commuter bikes, the Barako's frame is significantly thicker at critical stress points such as the steering head and engine mounts. This prevents the chassis from twisting or warping when subjected to the unequal pulling forces of heavily loaded sidecar. The engine is securely bolted directly into the frame structure, utilizing the engine block itself as a stress member to maximize overall chassis strength while managing vibrations. Kawasaki structural engineers designed the Barako 3 under the KTAAC design philosophy or Kawasaki Triple Assist Alignment System. This means the frame is structurally pre-engineered to seamlessly accommodate standard Philippine tricycle attachments without requiring invasive cutting, bending, or welding that could compromise the metal's integrity. The frame and swing arm feature factory installed, structurally reinforced secondary mounting studs. This allows tricycle operators to immediately bolt on a secondary pair of rear shock absorbers without needing to weld makeshift mounts onto the bike. Unlike scooters or sports bikes that use plastic grab bars, the Barako 3 features a rugged, structurally integrated steel tube rear grab rail and cargo deck. This assembly is bolted directly to the main subframe, allowing delivery riders to secure massive top boxes, heavy cargo racks, or propane tank carriers without risking subframe failure. Alright everyone and everybody, kayo ba ay muling na-amaze, namangha at na-inspire sa ganitong klaseng motorsiklo which is the Kawasaki Motorcycle Pantra series at ang bagong Kawasaki Barako 175 version 3 na talaga namang nakapagbigay sa atin ng kaunting background about sa ganitong klaseng motorsiklo. At higit sa lahat ay na-update namin kayo about sa bagong Pantra motorcycle na ito from Kawasaki na nagkaroon na nga ng mga latest features and upgrades. At dahil nga dito ay parang gusto mo na rin magpunta sa mga motorcycle dealership store para makita mo rin ito actually and personally. Then if you have any comments, suggestions, and recommendation, just leave it in the comment section below or you may email us personally. Then if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and we encourage also everyone and everybody to share this video to your friends, family, and to everybody. We'll see you again to our next content and video. Sayonara!
Alright everyone and everybody. So dito na nga nagtatapos sa video at content natin ito about sa pagsalakay na bagong motorcycle ito na Kawasaki Pantra series na talaga namang naging inspiring story about dito sa ganitong klaseng motorcycle from Kawasaki Motorcyle.